Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1981 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Detroit Tigers and the Kansas City Royals at Royals Stadium. On the mound for Detroit is Rick Reuschel, whose record is 1-0 with a 6 ERA. And pitching for the Royals today is DeLeonard, whose record is 0-1 with a 9 ERA. And so we lost yesterday's game. We had a little bit of revenge by the Royals as we walked off the final game of the Yankees series, and then the Royals walked off on us yesterday. Gary Hancock did hit a second home run. There were a couple home runs by the Royals, including George Brett, who had a 3-run bomb. And then we brought in our closer in the ninth, and that's Andy Replogle, and he blew his second opportunity, giving up a ton of runs. And so, so our bullpen is in rough shape early on, and I'm really hoping that, maybe it'll even itself out here. But again, we're playing only 110 games this season, and so we really need to win every game that we possibly can. And the bullpen cannot be blowing so many games. We're not going to have Pat Underwood and we're not going to have Cappy today because they are listed as tired. So Shotzi is the only lefty we're going to have in the bullpen. As you can see, Replogle with his 19 ERA. We have a couple rough looking ERAs there. And DeLeonard is a righty. So we have our lineup versus righties in there. This is the same lineup as yesterday. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the lineup rundown, and then we'll tell you a little bit about DeLeonard. Batting leadoff and playing second base is Sweet Lou Whitaker. Batting second and at shortstop is Alan Trammell. Batting third and at first base is Jason Thompson. Batting cleanup and in left field is Steve Kemp. Batting fifth and in right field is Gary Hancock. Batting sixth and at third base is Wayne Gross. Batting seventh and catching is Lance Parrish. Batting eighth and DHing is Kirk Gibson. And batting ninth in center field is Omar Marino. And here's DeLeonard for you. DeLeonard last year, 16-11 with a 3.19 ERA. He had 12 complete games, 4 shutouts, and one of those was a no-hitter. He pitched one of the 2 no-hitters last year. And in his first start, he took the loss going 9 innings, walking 1 and striking out 5. He was a second-round draft pick in 1972. Out of Iona College in New York. In 1977, you can see right here, he led the league in wins with 20 and finished 4th in Cy Young voting and also garnered some MVP votes. He followed up that season with a 21-game win season, finishing 7th in the Cy Young voting. In 1981, in real life, he led the American League in innings pitched with 201 innings pitched. Again, being a strike-shortened season, 201 innings is pretty major. You can see how many years in a row here he pitched well over 200. And because of that, he kind of burnt out his arm in 1985. Well, he missed all of 84. And then in 1985, he missed almost that entire season as the Royals won the World Series, and he did not pitch in that World Series. And then much like Paul Splittorff, who we saw when we faced the Twins, DeLeonard was kind of pushed out by all the young starters that were on their way up. And he retired from baseball after that 85. Or he actually had one more season in 86, and then he retired. He's first in complete games and shutouts in Royals history, and he joined the Royals Hall of Fame in 1989. Okay, here's Sweet Lou, 0 for 7 against DeLeonard from last season. And he's going to pop it up High pop up to first as Ken Phelps makes the catch. So 1 down. Next up is Trammell. Trammell looks like he's got his first home run of the year. Dead center field, 454 feet. That's a nice way to start off the first inning here. As Trammell had 20 home runs last year. Pretty impressive considering that he was a light-hitting shortstop for most of his career. JT hits a line drive to short for the second out. And Kemp strikes out looking. So let's go ahead and do the Royals lineup as Tigers have the lead 1-0 here. Clint Eastwood's going to lead off for the Royals, and he's playing right field. Batting second and in center field is Willie Wilson. Batting third and at third base is George Brett. Batting cleanup and at first base is Ken Phelps. Batting fifth and DHing is Willie Mays Aikens. Batting sixth and in left field is Hal McRae. Batting seventh and at shortstop is Rance Mullenix. Batting eighth and making his season debut at second base is Frank White. And batting ninth and doing the catching is Don Slaught. And here's Rick Reuschel. Hey, Rick got a win in his first start. Didn't pitch great, gave up a lot of hits. That's what he's known for. But he pitched well enough to get the win. He walked one, only struck out one. Last year, of course, he split time between the Cubbies and Detroit. We got him fairly early on in the season, late May really, and he went 6-10 for us with a 4.80 ERA. Hit a couple complete games in there. Not great. We're on the hook for another 4 years with Reuschel, and we have him on the trading blocks if somebody wants to take him off our hands. We could save a little payroll, perhaps. As Clint Hurdle leads off the first for the Royals, grounding out to Wayne Gross at third. And then Willie Wilson hits a pop-up to center field. That's 2 down. That'll leave it up to George Brett, 3 for 6 against Reuschel last year. And he hits a ground ball to Whitaker at second. And a 1-2-3 inning for Reuschel. We go to the top of the second. Gary Hancock leading off. He hit his second home run of the year in yesterday's game. He hits a ground ball to first, and Phelps makes the play. Next up is Wayne Gross. Hits a long fly ball in the right center field, caught on the warning track by Hurdle. So 2 down for Parrish. And Parrish hits a ground ball that squeaks past Phelps at first. And that's another hit for Parrish, off to a great start. Next up is Kirk Gibson. He's going to strike out swinging. And that'll take us to the bottom of the second. Ken Phelps leading off the inning. 2 for 6 against Reuschel. And he's going to shoot it into the left center field gap. And he's got himself a double to lead off the second inning. So runner in scoring position for Willie Mays Aikens. And Aikens hits a fly ball to right field. Is that deep enough to get Phelps to third? It is. He tags up, takes third base. So 1 down. Here's Hal McRae. We're going to keep the infield back. Phelps scores on the ground ball to short, and it's 1-1 now as Rance Mullenix steps in, and he strikes out swinging. So that'll do it for the second inning. We head to the top of the third, all tied at 1. Omar Marino will lead off the inning, our number 9 hitter. He strikes out. That's 3 Ks now for Leonard. As we go to the top of the lineup with Sweet Lou, and he shoots it into left center field. He gets all the way to the wall, and Whitaker has himself a double. So runner on second, and Trammell, who hit the home run to get the Tigers on the board, steps in, and he shoots it to right. But it's snagged by White. I guess that was Ken Phelps. It's hard to tell at this angle, but Anyway, Whitaker moves along to third, and Thompson will have a chance here to drive in a run. And he's going to hit a high, long fly ball to center field. 409 feet, but not far enough. And Thompson is the third out of the inning. So we go to the bottom of the third. 1-all. Here's Frank White making his season debut. He gets a fly ball to left, caught by Kemp. It's 1 down. Next up is Don Slaught. Oh, he shoots it down the left field line. That could be a double. It is. So runner on second. Back to the top of the lineup for Clint Hurdle. And I guess we're going to play straight away. Ground ball right to Wayne Gross. That's the one place you don't want to hit it with a runner on second. So Slaught has to hold up with 2 outs now. Willie Wilson comes to the plate. That wasn't what I wanted to do. I wanted to pull the outfield in. So nothing falls in, and it's not going to matter. There's a base hit to left field, and Slaught scores from second. So the Royals take the lead on the RBI single by Wilson, and he is a speedster. And there he is, stealing second base on Parrish. So now he's in scoring position for George Brett, who had that 3-run bomb yesterday. Oh, ground ball right past Trammell. Wilson has to hold. I'm surprised he wasn't running on that, but we'll take it as Reuschel now giving up 4 hits with Ken Phelps. And Phelps hits a line drive to center field. It's caught. It looked like it was going to fall in, but the damage is done. It's 2-1 Kansas City. And we go to the 4th. Here's Steve Kemp leading off the inning against Leonard. And Kemp flies up to center field. Leonard seems to be settling in since the home run by Trammell. Ground ball by Hancock to short. That's 2 down. Here's Wayne Gross. And Gross hits it into right center field. Oh, it's caught. I just thought maybe that might fall in, but no such luck. We go to the bottom of the 4th. And here's Willie Aikens leading off the inning. Base hit to center. Man, our starting pitching is bad right now, with the exception of Morris. So Aikens on first, nobody out, possible double play here. As the ground ball is hit to short, that should be 2. There we go. We'll take that double play. So with 2 down, here's Rance Mullenix. He's 1 for 4 against Reuschel. And he pops it up onto the outfield grass where Trammell makes the catch. To the top of the 5th. Score remains unchanged. It's 2-1. And Lance Parrish is a lazy fly ball into right center field. And Wilson runs that one down. Next up is Gibby. He's 0 for 5 against Leonard. Oh, ground ball to second. And Gibby's out at first. And that's going to leave it up to Omar Marino. We need to get something going here. And Marino strikes out for the second time. So to the bottom of the 5th. And although Reuschel's at 68 pitches, he hasn't really pitched all that bad, I guess. There's another hit. There's White getting his first hit of the year. So runner on first for Don Slaught. And White steals second base. Come on. We're going to bring the outfield in. As Don Slaught doesn't have a lot of power. He gets a base hit right past Whitaker somehow. And it's first and third. We got to pull the infield in. We cannot give up another run. As the lefty Clint Hurdle steps in. And that is a long fly ball to center field, caught on the warning track. It's going to be a sac fly deep enough, plenty deep enough to get Frank White in. So 1 down, runner on first. Ground ball by Willie Wilson, right to Wayne Gross. And they turn 2 with Will Wilson running. So we'll take the double play, go to the top of the 6th. We're going to flip it over to the in-game stats. And I guess player of the game so far would go to Tramble. If he were to win, that would be his 3rd of the year and give him the team MVP lead. And I guess Sweet Lou steps in here in the top of the 6th. He's popping it up on the infield, and Brett's going to make the play at 3rd. Nothing going on for the Tigers as Trammell pops it up on the infield. This one's caught by Ken Phelps along the first baseline. And that'll bring up JT. No success for JT. He's 0 for 9 against Dennis Leonard this year. And we got 3 lefties coming up, but we really need to get Reuschel through one more inning before we bring in our only lefty shot saver. Reuschel gets Brett to pop it up to 2nd. So 1 down for Ken Phelps. He hit that double earlier in the game. Oh boy. Is that gone? It is. Oh man. That's the first home run of the year for Phelps. And it's 4-1 Kansas City as it's slipping through our hands now as Reuschel comes close to 100 pitches. Akins hits a fly ball to left and Kemp makes the play. So 2 down. Here's Hal McRae. And McRae pops it up just past the pitcher's mound. Caught by the shortstop, and that's going to do it. It's 4-1, top of the 7th now. And we'll bring in a reliever. Overall, not the worst performance I've seen from Reuschel. So here we are, top of the 7th. Steve Kemp, ground ball to 3rd. There's 1 down. Only 3 hits for the Tigers. Kind of feel like we need to lay down a bunt or something. Hey, there we go. Gary Hancock base hit to left. No, we're not going to try to stretch that into a double. We're down 3 runs. Wayne Gross is 5 for 17 against Leonard. That's not too shabby. May as well let him swing away. Oh, that was a good call. He hits a line drive to left. Oh, it's caught by Hal McRae. And his 67 rating out there and left. Man, that is a bummer. We need a big fly here from Parrish. Nope. Popped it straight up into foul ground, and there's the 3rd out. So we waste one of our rare base runners, and we're taking Reuschel out. 105 innings pitched. 105 pitches, I should say. And what do we have going on here? We have a lefty and 2 righties. So we're going to bring in Bob Stanley. He has not pitched in a while. And Stanley, we'll take a look at him real quick. Again, last year, pretty horrible. Not really a starting pitcher, but we made him go 4 starts last year. He was 1-1 with a 5.68 ERA. More walks than strikeouts. Opponents batted .318 against him. But he's got 3 scoreless innings pitched so far in relief this year. As Mullenix gets a base hit to right, and he stretches it into a double. So Mullenix advancing on that hit out there to Gary Hancock. Stanley strikes out White. There's 1 down. Next up is Don Slott, and Stanley balks Mullenix to 3rd. I don't know what the hell that's about. So we got to pull the infield in. We cannot let that run score if we want to have any chance. But it will, as Slott hits a line drive to left field. That one falls in for a double. I don't know why that one was caught, but the line drive to left by the Tigers was not. So it's 5-1, and we have a bunch of lefties coming up. Yeah, we're going to take out Stanley. And we're going to let Schatzy pitch here to the lefties. And we know Schatzy's been good. 6.2 innings pitched this year with 5 Ks. Let's see what he's got for Clint Hurdle. Hurdle hits a fly ball to center field. That's the second out. Slot does not advance. And that's going to turn around Willie Wilson to bat right-handed. And he's going to bloop it into right center field. And it's going to be caught by Hancock. So Tigers escape, only giving up the one run. We go to the top of the eighth, 5-1, Kansas City. Gibby's going to lead off, and he hits a ground ball to third. It's looking pretty grim right now. Omar Moreno 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, and he hits a fly ball to center. It's 2 down. Dennis Leonard pitching like the ace that he is. Whitaker popping it up to short. And the play's made by Mullenix to the bottom of the eighth. We're going to keep Schatzy in there to battle these next 3 lefties. George Brett is 2 for 7 against Schatzy. He lines out to center. There's 1 out. And Ken Phelps 3 for 7 with a home run. Oh, man. Schatzy walks Phelps. That'll bring up Willie Mays Aikens, 1 for 3 on the day. And Aikens pops it straight up into the base path there, looks like, as Parrish makes the catch. And now we've got a righty before another lefty. So we're going to let Schatzy pitch to Hal McRae. And Hal McRae is going to hit a line drive to center field, which is caught by Marino. And we go to the ninth, our final 3 shots here. As Trammell will lead off. We have 2, 3, and 4 coming up. Trammell popping it up on the infield. And Mullenix takes charge at short. That'll bring up JT. Never done nothing against Leonard. He flies out to right center field. Now he's 0 for 10. And here's Kemp, who's 1 for 11, so he's not much better. Down to the final out here. Oh, and Kemp gets drilled in the hip. So Kemp's on first. Here's Gary Hancock. And Hancock drills it to right center field. And there is the 3rd home run by Hancock. And this makes the score 5-3. Down by 2. We still need to get a little bit of a rally going. And Wayne Gross, who's 5 for 18 against Leonard, is as good as anybody. He hits a ground ball to short, and that's going to do it. Leonard pitches a complete game. As the Royals win 5-3, and now the Tigers are 4-4 on the season. Here's the standings. Boston still has not lost as we fall 3 games back. Baltimore at 5-2. Angels leading the West. In the NL, just for the hell of it, we'll take a look. A 4-way tie in the East, including Pittsburgh, which is something. And the last place, Cubbies, who lost over 100 games last year, is right up in there too. So, and the Reds are in first in the West. Let's take a look at transactions. Nothing of note. Terry Poole of Houston's going to miss 3 months because he broke his hip. And let's pull up the box score. We'll get out of here. Player game, we're going to give it to Gary Hancock, since his home run meant a little bit more than the home run by Trammell. And so that'll be his second player of the game as far as the MVP voting goes. You see over here. So Tigers hit 2 home runs, but not good enough to win. Takes the loss. He's 1-1. Leonard takes the win. He's 1-1. So that'll do it. We've lost the first 2 games here in Kansas City. We'll come back tomorrow for the 3rd game. Until then, everyone, have a great night.